Hello everybody, welcome back to the Lincoln Journal-Star's 4 Downs. Another day of football practice. Got the chance to talk with defensive coordinator Eric Chinander and a few players, so here are 4 takeaways from the day. And Amie, the first one that stands out to me, Ochaun Mathis, obviously a guy that the coaching staff was really eager to get in the building, start working with him. And our first chance to kind of hear from him today. And what really stood out was, he talked about his humble approach. He's a guy that came in, one of those top guys in the transfer portal, a lot of different schools after him, and he came in, really focused on building those relationships, that he got phone numbers from his teammates right away. They've all been bonding, they've all been working together as a group, and he's ready to get out there and produce. But that attitude is something that you look for first off for those guys coming in, and he seems to really have it. He seems to be adept at building those relationships and being a main guy for that team. And that's pretty similar to our second point, obviously, the defensive line. This is a group that we expect to have a lot of good depth, that we expect to see some different players rotate in. And one of those guys, Colton Feist, got the chance to hear from today. Ochaun product, a guy who's been a walk-on, who's really been working his way up the depth chart the last couple of years. And what was interesting about what he said is, in high school, he was just kind of playing football, wasn't really focusing as much on the technique. Well, he comes in and obviously to play big-time college football, that's going to be something that they had to work with, get it hammered down. And, Chinander, he said Feist, that's a guy he's looking forward to get some time in that team, rotate in on the defensive line. And he seems like a guy who could definitely play a part on this year's roster.
Yeah, absolutely. And that takes us into our third point. The scrimmage was on Saturday. We didn't get to look at it, but Chinander spoke pretty openly about it, saying that there was a lot of physicality and there was a lot of rotation between guys. And Luke Heinrich, actually, the group that stood out to him the most, the running backs. That's just how physical those guys were. And that brings us to our fourth and final point. There's 19 days until the season opener, and there's still plenty to work on for the defense. Chinander saying that there's a lot of situational stuff like red zone and third downs that they still need to hammer out. And, of course, communication, and that just comes with reps. I'm Amie Just, this is Luke Mullin, and this has been 4 Downs with the Lincoln Journal-Star.